Well, alright then. I was gonna start with the intro, but now I'm just going to be afraid because Danielle's gonna drop a 4-drop. We are recording, by the way. Okay. Oh my. Alright, well, getting back to the intro. Let's go, guys. This is DM. Welcome back to the channel. And obviously, we're doing something a little different today. We are playing Magic the Gathering Online. I have one friend and one person who is forced to deal with me on a daily basis, aka my wife. And we're actually starting something a little different. We're going to be doing kind of like an EDH Commander League where we track points. We'll get to a point system in a while, but for right now, I'll introduce everybody. Lycoris is John,
Hello.
and Danny Cross is my wife Danny. And I did not draw a card that would allow me to play more things, aka a land. So this is a problem. Alright. When we did the actual game, I didn't start with many lands, and I did it again. Come on, I clicked on the thing. Oh god, it's going so slow. Alright, anyway, so we are kind of doing a replay of the actual game that we did the points off of, so there is already some standings. John is in first with 3 points because he won the game. Danny and I are tied for last because Danny was the second winner, or the runner-up, but I got first blood, which is also a point. So we have 3, 2, and 2. The theme for the first game was kind of like janky tribal. John is playing all walls, as you can see by his 2 walls and his god that works off of big butts. Danny is playing tribal archers, which is a little bit hard to see because she has a druid and an archer, but it's mostly archers. And I am playing tribal knights with my commander being Sidar Kanda. Kondo? Kanda? I can't see because it won't let me see my commander.
Kondo.
Kondo of Jamora. And like I said, we're kind of just replaying this one so that we can do a recap and talk about the league and everything. John won by... You milled us both out, I think, right?
Yes, I ended up taking 4 turns in a row and milling you guys out with walls.
Which, by default, makes him a horrible person, albeit, the winner.
Not gonna argue with you on that one. That's probably true.
You know what? Math checks out. I am a horrible person. So, if you guys remember in that, I remember because I still have nightmares about it. Danny had 2 very scary turns. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No. I just remember
Paradox
horrifying
Engine and
misdeck.
Karametra's Acolyte.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we learned that green players can be combo. I'm going to win the game this turn because if she had had a what do you call it? A way to give haste, I'm pretty sure she would have won the game. So Karametra's Acolyte taps for whatever her devotion to green is, which was a lot. Paradox Engine is an artifact that states she can untap all her non-land permanents every time she casts a spell. So if she had a way to draw or give haste, she basically could have pooped out most of her deck, if not all of it. Luckily, I believe you Cyclonic Rifted in
Right
response
as
to
she
her.
played Brawl Engine.
Yeah, which she started doing it next turn. I forget what happened. I don't remember if I naturalized Paradox Engine or I exiled the Acolyte so that she couldn't get
Correct.
quite as much mana. But it was still pretty terrifying to watch her, I think at one point have 30 mana in her mana pool, and basically be like, what do I want to play next? Like, what order do I want to fuck your lives in? And John, what was the card that you played that manifested all of the creatures out of our graveyards? Because I'm pretty sure that was, your win play.
Oh, that was. Let me look it up real quick. I want to say it's Crypt something or other. But yes, what it is it's 7 mana, 5, and 2 black for a card that says exile all creature cards from a target player's library and shuffle them and then put them on the battlefield morphed under your control.
Okay. And then because you had something out that made everything without flying -2, -0, they were 0/2s, but really you didn't. That was because you were playing extremely defensive because your entire point is to don't kill me until you don't have any more cards. Pretty much.
I believe that one was Gravity Shift.
Yeah, the one that gave the -2, -0. Unless it was flying, in which case it got a +2, +0.
Ghastly Conscription. My apology. That is the
Okay.
name of the card. It's a sorcery that came out in Fate Reforged and was reprinted in Commander 2016.
Fate Reforged. Fate Reforged being from Theros, right? Or no? Was that the Tarkir? Oh, good God.
Fate Reforged being. It looks like the Tarkir symbol. I can't be certain.
Okay. Because I couldn't remember if they were morphed or manifested. I thought they were
They were
manifested.
manifested.
Okay. Then yeah, it was from Tarkir because Timur was big on manifest. Danny, the trigger's on you. And your mic is off apparently.
My bad. I said I know.
So Danny plays on a laptop, so occasionally she'll have a trigger stuck on her and she'll have hit the button, or at least tried to click for the button. Hey, I finally got a land.
I disagree with that. You should not get lands.
What do you care? You're tribal walls. And Danny
You
is
have
tribal
flowers.
archers. My entire deck is meant to get around stuff that like flies or has reach and or doesn't fly or have reach, and what do I have except a deck made of nothing but reach and some things that can fly.
Thank you, Ravnica Wall.
Get out. That was actually when so I got back into Magic during Return to Ravnica, and that was actually I think one of the walls I always played because I played the mill deck. I was Dimir for no apparent reason because it didn't make any sense. But yeah, I remember having a bunch of those because I tried to do the whole like Dimir play defense until you could actually mill people out, and it didn't work very well. Mill and Sanders is not very strong, and it's really not that strong in Commander. But I think your deck did it very well when we played the 4 points game.
I think that, and I believe I said it during the game too, for weaker strategies like mill, like aggro, you've got to play some meaner cards just to balance out the 1 cent, 1 mana, 0/4 walls that you're going to be playing, which is why I was playing cards like Time Stretch and such, while still keeping it under budget though.
Yeah, I agree with that. What did the budget wind up being? I think it was $20, right? 20 tickets.
Correct. It
I'm
was
sorry.
20 tickets.
Yeah. So obviously we're playing an MTGO, so the cards are cheaper, but it's very easy to go out and buy some of like the Commander staples, which do wind up being expensive. For instance, Danny's Soul Ring right here is $1.20. I think that's the cheapest I've seen, $1.20. So if you do, let's $20 budget like what we did, that's what 5%, a little over 5% of your budget right there in one card out of 100. Keeping in mind that you will want some like more bombish cards. Not that I would know. I think my deck was the cheapest. I think Danny was over me by like a couple of cents.
I was like $1 over you, I think.
Yeah, so I made the cheapest deck with all my crappy knights. Danny, it's on. Okay.
I know.
Did you mean to skip by your main phase?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Somebody didn't draw spells and it's full of lands.
Well, she didn't drop a lane. Oh no, she did drop a planes.
I did drop the planes.
Yeah, I know. I see. Don't drop any more.
Why?
Because I don't want you to. Really?
I don't care what you want me to do. What I want to do and what you want to do are two very different things in the middle of a game.
You know, if
Look, you guys are even.
if I mill a bunch of lands, I'm going to reach through this computer and punch you in the face.
Only
forward
3 out of
planes.
the 6.
Okay. Yeah, but birthing pod
You suck.
and a way to get more lands. So you essentially milled me actually 5 lands because that spell would have gotten me 5, up to 5. So you know.
Dictate a Heliod, Lightning Greaves, and Shield of the Oversoul.
Shoot, I do not have enough space for
Ooh,
this.
Shield over the Oversold is a good one.
Yep.
Oh, okay. For a second I thought it was an instant or a sorcery, and I was like, why are you doing this? But now I do see. I could see clearly now. The mill is not gone. It's still right
Careful.
fucking there. So I was originally going to start this video with like, hey, I should probably not swear as much, and then I've dropped the 2 F-bombs in the video, so... Okay.
Yeah, this one's been a practice and patience for me to make sure I don't.
Yeah.
So, would you like to go over what our next one will be, what our next theme will be, and that video will actually put out correctly.
Yeah, with us actually recording. Alright, so one part of what we're going to do during this video is we're going to take probably a random number generator, and each person is going to get 2 random numbers out of first 15, then 14, then 13, etc., etc., etc. So what we're doing is randomize partners. The partner commanders came out with the most recent commander staple, Vile Smasher, Akiri, Krom, Ludovic, Thrasios, Kydel, etc., etc. And we're gonna randomize partners, and then you gotta build your deck according to that. There is always a $10 buy limit, so you can buy $10 worth of cards for the deck, and then use whatever's in your collection, but your whole deck cannot go over 20, I think was the agreement?
20 sounds good.
Okay. So, $10 from your collection, $10 that you can buy to add to your collection, and build a deck off of that. Does anybody... you know what? John went first. Or John 1 is leading in points. So he can go first. You just want me... I'm just going to use random.org? Or do you want to do it?
If you want to do it, that's fine.
Okay.
No, you can roll for me.
Gotta make sure my history doesn't show up on my browser because I am recording my monitor and I don't need you guys to see my porn, situation. I'm kidding.
And it is a situation.
Wait.
No, it's not. Not in this house.
Alright, so like I said, the first one, because there is 15 total... Are you guys waiting on me? You're not. There's 15 total commanders. I have them listed in an Excel sheet according to alphabetical. Things are happening. I hear tapping sounds and I'm not a part of it, and I don't want to not be a part of it. What are you doing?
Don't worry, Kevin. I'm going to make your creature super unblockable.
Alright. Yeah. Okay, so this is not quite like the other enchantment, the gravitational thing. Anyway, so the first one is going to be 1 out of 15. They're listed in this spreadsheet right here according to alphabetical order. And I can go over what each one of them does here because I have the page pulled up. So the first one, 2. Number 2 is Bruce Tyrell Boorish Herder. He is the Boros commander, so 2 red-white. He's a 3/3 human ally. And whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. So he's going to be the first one taken. So we will delete him from the list. So you got that, John?
Yep, I got Braum.
Bruce.
Tell me he doesn't look like Braum from League of Legends.
Yes, I made the connection afterward. Oh, okay, this is cute. I'm going to do really not much of anything. I'm going to level up my knight. I can eventually make him a 1/4 and actually, once again, play this game. Did you mill me again? You did. There's another Plains, John. And a Mana Dork. And an artifact.
I see that birthing pod, and I'm not sorry.
No, that was off the first mill. I'm not too worried about the first mill.
Asceticism and Cathar's Crusade is what Danny milled. I think it's even.
I'm not worried about how other people are affected. You could just mill her altogether.
By the way, for those of you watching, this is not how you normally want to mill people. This is the political way of milling people. Normally, mill works like in fact, where you pick a target and unremorsely just go to town at their deck. Because if not, you're probably not going to be able to do much.
As our group's probably initial mill player, I can back that statement up. I think I was actually the one that brought Commander back from a deployment, and my first 3 decks were Trostani, Tokens, which taught our group what board wipes were all about, Teysa, the bigger Teysa, not the smaller combo Teysa, and Mirko Vosk, which was a mill deck, and I actually really loved it, except for the fact that everybody started running goddamn Elixir of Immortality in their decks.
Hey, when you set a trend like that, that means your play group's ready to adapt.
Yeah, that's what a meta is, and that's fine. Alright, so Danny, since you actually won second, I'm going to generate your one next, and then I'll generate mine. So Danny,
Okay.
1 out of 14, got a 4. The fourth one is... Ooh, I wanted this. It's Crom, Ludovic's Opus. Crom is blue-red. He costs 3, a blue and a red. He is a 4/4 zombie horror, has flying and haste, and whenever an opponent casts his or her second spell each turn, you draw a card if he's out. So I like him a lot because he's a big-ass body. He's a fast body, flying body, and relatively cheap. So alone, like, I think he's really cool. And then you add the draw ability from it, from just people playing the game. It's kind of like a more political Rurik Thar, I think, where like, hey, you could play that spell, but you'll give me a card. Do you want to do that? Do you not want to do that? So I like that one. I'm actually a little jealous that Danny got that. All right, so that one's gonna come off the list. So now we're down to 19. You guys aren't waiting on me, are you?
Nope, you're waiting on me.
No, but enjoy your new hand.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you.
Alright, I got 2 lands. That's not bad. I got an Evolving Wilds and a basic land, so I will not complain much. Alright, cool. So that's John with Bruce, Danny with Crom. I will do mine. Out of the 13, I got a 2. So there's a new 2 because Bruce is out, and it's Ikra Shadiki the Usurper, which is a green-black one.
Ooh, I've been hoping to see someone play that.
Well, now we're going to. So Ikra Shadiki is a Naga wizard. She's a 3/7. She costs 3, a black and a green. She has menace, which means that she has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you gain life off of that creature's toughness. So I'm going to be having kind of a Dorn-esque strategy where a lot of big butt creatures, ways to get them through so that I can gain a lot of life. And then I don't know. I guess I'll try to do something with that life. It depends on what my second commander is. So Ikra is now off the list, so everybody has 1. So now,
Can we take a moment real quick? I want to show off something that I really love
alright,
about the land you're playing.
hold on.
You'll notice that you have a vivid land with 1 counter on it, right?
Yeah.
It means I can tap my Fellwar Stone for any color in the game.
Oh, because I could produce anything?
Yep.
I
How cool is that?
I never actually realized it worked like that. I thought it was like because Vivid tapped for green that you can make green. But that's cool. Because yes, nobody else is playing black or red, and you were able to tap for black or red. That's cool. And now you can tap for any other color that you choose. So, in case anybody doesn't know, so how many people were aware of the change they made to you can make mana outside of your color identity when it happened? Or does anybody not know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I was aware of it.
Yeah, I was not aware of when that was, and there was a Facebook page for Send Triplets, which was always kind of hindered by that fact because you couldn't cast other people's colored spells. And now it's like, no, just have ways to make any color mana, like, you know, Darksteel Ingot, and any, like, Vivid Grove, any kind of land that could tap for anything. And yeah, now you can do whatever really you want. So I thought that was really cool. Alright, so now, John, we're going to see if... Did I delete a wrong line? Yes, I did. I accidentally deleted Isha, not Ikra. Alright, cool. So now we'll get John's second partner out of the 12 that are left. Another 2. This random generator is not very random considering 3? 3 out of 4 numbers have been 2s. John, your other commander is Isha Ojitai Dragon Speaker. Which I'm afraid
Ooh,
of.
I love her.
I know you do, and I actually hate you a little bit. So, Isha is a 1/1 bird monk that costs 2, a white and a blue. She has flying, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Isha Ojitai Dragon Speaker. One thing to note is that John already has an Isha the Dragon Speaker deck with just her, no other partners, just her. And it did pretty well when he played it. Actually, I think you won with it. Danny, the trigger's on you, by the way.
Sorry.
So he won with it. She was huge by the end of that. I think she was over. I think she was like a 27-27 by the time we finally got her off the board.
We finally got her off the board by ending the game.
I thought we did finally like board wipe or something. I know you
I mean,
wound
it
up
could be
winning in the end, but I could have sworn we board wiped. Hey, that's a land. But so is this.
Well, you drew 8 cards. I would hope you'd get a land.
Right?
It can only help you so much.
But yeah, so Isha's pretty strong on her own. I've actually run Isha and Bruce together, and on one hand, it's a little hard because people will now instantly target Isha because you know exactly what's going to happen. Isha's going to come out, get bigger while she's there, and then eventually Bruce is going to hit the field and, like, destroy everybody because Isha's going to one-shot somebody. Especially if you can give her trample, unblockable, or whatever. So I can... And it's important to note that you only have a 3-color deck as opposed to possibility of a 4-color deck, which would kind of suck. It wouldn't suck, but it would be more complicated because you need probably more mana fixins. Can I play a card? I can play a card. I'm tempted to play that card just to make everybody hate me.
It hasn't worked out for you in the past.
Well, it's hate me because we then have to remember what flanking even does. Which you have to remember anyway because my commander has flanking. Flanking, for those of you that don't know, is basically whenever somebody blocks or becomes blocked by a flanking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. It's probably one of the most needlessly complicated abilities. Aside from what? Banding? And phasing?
Banding.
Phasing. Let's all just take a second and remember phasing. And if you do remember phasing, please explain it to me. I still don't know how it works.
I had to look that up the other day because we had a little commander game where somebody was trying to use phasing and blink effects at the same time. Yeah, it's fun because tokens when phased out will leave the field.
Yeah.
But by rules of phasing, nothing that is phased ever changes what place they're in. So if it phases, it doesn't phase. It doesn't leave the battlefield. It doesn't leave, the grave. It doesn't trigger any leaving or entering effects because of that. But tokens are special because when they phase out, they're gone forever.
Okay.
And I still don't know why.
Oh my. That's not the one I thought it was. Did you mean to put that on that, or did you want that on? Oh, because if we get rid of your devotion, Karametra goes and so with the Spectral Ward.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure she just doesn't tap her.
Yeah.
That's not a
I'm
mana
sure we'll
tapper.
see more elves.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Haha, I didn't realize that was for each elf I control. My bad.
Didn't
realize which one that was.
Which at this point is all of one, so you're probably not going to be tapping it too often. But now it's a 1/4 instead of a 0/2, like it was a second ago. She like
Speaking
drops.
of archers,
Imagine she drops like 3 elves right after that. I'm like, well, never mind. I'll shut my mouth. All right. So John has his combo. I have to take Isha off. I did take Isha off. Let's look at Danny's combo out of 11 left. 8. Number 8 is Tana the Bloodsower. What was your first one, Danny? You got Crom. That's right.
Crom.
So you're going to have blue, red, and green.
well, that's for 10.
Alright, so Tana the Bloodsower is another favorite of mine. And what she does is she is a elf druid. So Danny, there you go, elf. And druids, oh god, please don't do anything crazy. She's a 2/2, she costs 2, a red and a green. She has trample. Whenever Tana the Bloodsower deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens. So I've always paired Tana up with my current commander, actually, Sidar Kondo, because it allows her to basically sneak through people's defenses unless they have flying or reach, like Danielle has, all of that, which is fun. But I think in a deck where you're not trying to sneak little guys through, it might be a lot more interesting to try to build Tana up into some monster and have her hit for 1,000,000 sapperlings. And then whatever you do with the sapperlings, I mean, you have red, so Goblin Bombardment. You could put Perforos in there and just have enter the battlefield effects. Impact Tremors, like you could build it that way. So that it's actually not too bad of a combo. And then blue you could have for more control. Try to counter people's stuff. Try to propaganda, anything to keep yourself safe. So it's an interesting possibility. Daniel will wind up
Mana
doing
Echoes would
something.
be really good with that.
Yes, it would actually. That's a good point. But I think Mana Echoes is really expensive. All right.
Oh, I could be wrong.
Yeah. I think so. I'm not sure. I just know it's pretty expensive as a card. What happened? Okay. I like how I'm not fully. Oh, my Lancers, man. My Lancers. So Thalia's Lancers is like one of my, I guess, signature cards because it allows me to go and find the legendary creature and put it in my hand. And I think I have it in every deck that I have white because I have a lot of legendary creatures that have white in them. Alright, now to see my final part of my combo. And it's another 2. That's hilariously annoying. I got Kydel, Chosen of Krufix. So, who was my first one? It's a good thing I can go back and watch this video because I do not remember.
You had the Snake Queen.
Oh, Ikra, that's right. So I'll have 3 colors too. I'll have green, blue, and black. So, Kydel is a sleeper bomb card from the partner set. She is a human wizard, 2/3, costs 2, a green and a blue, and she taps for colorless mana equal to each card she's drawn or the player has drawn that turn. So what I'm going to be hoping to do is find ways to draw lots and lots of cards and then use her for mana to play big ass stuff, whether it's creatures, spells, what have you, and hopefully kill everybody all at once. That's not a very fun card. I just got back.
Really, it's just a profit from you guys attacking each other.
But what if we just attack you?
Well, then I guess I'm not profiting.
So, okay, so we have Bruce
And just
Tarl.
a quick check. I
yeah.
do not actually have the other part of the combo for that.
I think that actually came up in the first game. We asked if you had Bond to go and combo off. We don't really have a rule for infinite combos, although you can lose a point for killing everybody in one turn. So that would count because there's no way to stop it. Like, you can't choose, I don't believe, right?
Correct.
So I think that would count for that. So it's probably not a great strategy to put in for this, unless like you're way ahead in points maybe. But
one day.
So there you go. We have Bruce Tarl and Isha in Jeskai. We have Danny has Crom and Tana in what color is that? Blue, red, green, Timur. And then I have blue, green, and black. Which I don't know what colors those are. Blue, green, and black is for... It's one of the...
Sultai.
Sultai, that's it. I kept wanting to say Tassigur's clan, because I know who ran the clan, but I couldn't remember what the clan name was. But you're right, Sultai with Ikra and now Kydel. So we get 10 bucks.
That'll be an interesting day.
Yeah. I'll have to see how many cards I can get into a card draw. Like, I know I have like a Blue Sun Zenith and some other ways that draw additional cards. I mean, Rites of Flourishing can go in there. That draws me an extra card right off the bat. Stuff like that. Does anybody have any ideas of a general theme? Don't say too much because we don't want to know what you're going to do. But does anybody have any general ideas of what they might be doing with the deck? Based on colors?
I'm just recommending Sidisi Group Hug for you because that's what you should play.
The which Sidisi? Not the Tudor one? The other one?
Not Sidisi, sorry, Sultai. I just said the name right, and then I screwed up.
Alright,
Just run Sultai Group Hug with yours. That way you can draw a lot of cards.
That's true. I could actually run a lot of the cards where everybody draws. Hey, look! I can do a thing! Except I can't because you have a flying wall. And Danny just has archers.
Hey, a token flying wall.
No, hover barrier flies as well.
Yeah,
so you have
but
two flying walls.
Bank is also a token.
Yeah. So you actually have two flying walls, which is pretty neat. We are, of course, waiting. Danny had to go away from her computer for a second. She has a baby that is waking up. So I think in the game where we did like a rematch right after we did the points game, which I was a lot happier with because I was actually able to like play the game. This isn't too bad. I'm getting creatures out. I just don't feel comfortable attacking with my weenies. Oh God, Sidar's just there. We go. For a second, Sidar was just kind of like sitting there.
You know this is his second iteration, right?
Oh, was there a Sidar made once before?
It's Sidar Jabari, but it's way back in Mirage Block.
Okay.
It's a mono white knight with flanking, and if he attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. He is also a legendary.
Yeah, I like this iteration of him a little bit better.
Oh yeah. It's just funny that they changed the last name, but they kept it a 4-mana knight with flanking.
Yeah, I wonder what the change was. I wonder what the lore is behind that.
That'd be pretty cool to hear.
Yeah. Danny has a lot of manas. I'm afraid of all of her manas. Alright, so everybody's good with the next game though? We are gonna probably play that since we do it every 15th and 30th-ish. Or 15th and 1st, whatever. I would imagine we'll record it sometime next week, right?
Sounds about right.
Okay. So we have a week to plan, then we buy, then we play, and then we'll upload it from there. I don't know what day we're going to upload it. I don't even know what day I'm really going to upload this one yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. Uh-oh. That's 5. You know what she could be doing.
This is where the overrun comes in.
That's also terrifying, actually. Dude, stop it. Don't give her ideas. Oh, I didn't even see the fire streaker on there. Oh.
Oh, this is not good.
Ooh. Okay.
I did nothing.
I'm not doing a thing that can end games. What are you talking about?
Targeting Paradox Engine and Nalia.
Yeah.
That first one. That first one's a bit worrisome, my friend.
They're all worrisome. That's 5. That's 6. I'm sorry. I can't count. 3, 2, and 1.
Blast off.
What'd she put out?
It looks like she's going to drop Paradox first. Yep.
Yes.
Which is the right way to do it.
Well,
then
like your field moved a little bit, so I thought you were
Friendly advice, you should be tapping your elf.
Yeah. Because now it'll untap.
And the triggers.
Ooh, and she got a land off that because Nylea has Devotion. That's pretty cool. That's a good play. I don't like it. I'm afraid for what little life I have left in this game because I'm at 66 cards in a mill game, but...
You got 40 life.
66 cards. I have almost played fewer cards from my deck than I have life. Or more cards from my deck than I have life. Alright, come on. I'm hitting the button.
I mean, Danny's almost racing it.
I mean...
I did nothing.
I did nothing as I kill everybody.
Great.
I have nothing. I have 3 land to mess with.
You have 4 land because of the Elvish
1, 2,
and the
3.
Soul Ring and the 1 mana you still have left over.
I didn't count one of the mana.
Okay. I mean, it only takes 2 for that Fire Sugar to go on, let's say, your commander.
I said nothing.
It's only troublesome for one of us.
With your 5/9 wall.
Indestructible wall.
I know.
That can attack. That could attack before, but...
What is this equipment?
I do love this Warmonger's Chariot.
Ah. Oh, you put it on there just for the +2/+2 then?
Right. In any other setup, I could like throw it on hover barrier to have an unblockable 2/8. Because flying normally beats things,
Yeah.
except for when you're playing flying knights, apparently,
Hey,
and the
hey.
reach of the archers.
I was about to say, let's not ignore the fact that my entire deck is like crippled by the archers. All right,
Yeah.
you got 10 commander damage to throw at somebody's face that's gonna trample over.
Fog bank.
I've got Grey Mana up.
I'll
You don't
put
know I
that
don't have
command.
fog.
I'll negate it.
You piece of shit. No. You get a
No,
point
I
for
would have
saving
negated the
people.
restock.
Not the other thing, John. You're doing this wrong. Alright, so for the point system, I don't think we explained it yet. You get 3 points if you win the game, 2 points if you're the runner-up, 1 point if you are the ultimate loser. You get 1 point for First Blood doing the first amount of damage, which is still up for grabs. If this game were being graded or pointed or whatever, scored, then that actually is still up for grabs. Nobody's hit each other yet. You get 1 point for saving people, 1 point for casting your commander 4 times or more in a game, which none of us have done. We've only cast our commanders once. You lose a point if you kill everybody in the same turn. You lose a point if you... God, what were the other loser points?
1 second. I sent them to us, so let's see if they still stayed in chat, shall we?
I looked for them in the chat, and the last thing I could find is the picture you sent where, like, we weren't in the game, but you were in a game, kind of like by
Here we
yourself.
go. -1 to killing everyone on the same turn. -1 attacking the person in last place for the first time. And then not casting your entire general. You're in general the entire game. Those are the beats.
So you do realize that for game 2, John, depending on how we decide to work this, and that's why I'm bringing it up now, you can't get first blood, or if you do, it will negate itself. Because Danny and I are tied for last place. So is that how we're going to work it, or does it not apply? Does the -1 not apply in that scenario in order to keep you from being denied a point? I would say probably the latter.
Why don't you throw it on Reddit and let people vote?
Yeah, we could do that.
Sorry.
I mean, you're at less than 30 cards in your deck, just so you realize.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she wasn't the obviously most scary person on the field.
How am I the most scary person?
10
I'm kidding.
commander damage. Okay, I was about to say, you get the hell out.
I said I'm kidding.
Hurdy-durdy, how come my commander damage to your face isn't...
I'm not worried about the commander damage, I'm worried about the Paradox engine.
That's actually accurate. I'm telling you, she gets a way to draw cards. And we fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Next turn, she harmonizes as her first spell, and we're just like, oh god, here we go.
You're playing green. Where's your corrosion grip on that Paradox engine?
My hand is all white cards, just so you know.
The video will tell later.
Yeah, right. I'm not lying to you. I'm sorry. One of them is colorless, but generates mana of a certain color, which is very
Would that
similar
be known as a land type card?
It might. I won't tell you because it's in my hand. That's technically none of your business. But the kind of mana that card could generate is sharing a color with the rest of the cards in my hand.
See, this is why I play telepathy.
And I just drew another card of a similar color. That's not what I drew. That's what I drew.
Oh, what a maverick. Your signet is no symbol of power. I like my signets. I don't have any on the board, but they're nice.
That's a nice signet. Oh my goodness. What am I even gonna do, man? I don't have plays and stuff. I can't do things.
I mean, you can attack.
I could.
There's one creature with. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say that you have one creature with power, but. Ooh, this card's such a powerhouse in your deck.
I think in any deck where you have the kind of synergy where you have a couple creatures with all kinds of different mechanics, I think he's really strong. I honestly think if I had chosen Knights and not done the weenie thing, this would have been stronger because I could have put like a Cathar's Crusade in here. I could have put like Danny has, I think Coat of Arms and stuff like that. But I have to keep my creatures low in order for the commander to be important, which at this point he's not helping me given, again, the way the board looks. Alright, so I have, what, one creature with power? Nope, not even that.
Yes. You have one creature with power, and his name is Odric.
Yeah, that can attack is more of what I was worried about. Danny doesn't want me to attack, though. Danny's just sitting there like, I have a fog up with this elvish archdruid.
Danny has actual creatures with power. I don't think she minds.
Go ahead, attack me with your flying first strike vigilant. Oh, cool. What had vigilance?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, the Maverick had vigilance. That's new.
The Sky Hunter also has it.
Oh yeah, he does. He was only given first strike. This is at least I have a better board presence than I did during the other game because I think I only had like 3 creatures last time.
It's a shame all of you guys don't inherit flanking.
Yeah, I guess it'd be interesting. But overall, I don't think it'd be that great.
No. I think Wizards is trying to ignore flanking, phasing, and banding ever existed.
I'm pretty sure
Except for with their new commander, apparently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he only has it because it's what made him unique. I didn't realize he was a reprint when he came out, but I think that's probably the only reason why it kind of made him like super unique, aside from obviously his now weenie thing. You know, leader of weenies. God, I wish I had chosen like anything else, like soldiers, so that I
Like
could
tribal walls?
Well, like tribal. Well, no, soldiers is too easy. So is sapperlings, but just something that I could have made like maybe more tokens or something, so that it would be a little bit. I don't know. That way I could build out because I can't build up.
Though, and like you said, soldiers, saplings, zombies.
Yeah.
Get what you see if you go to any local game store. Oh yeah, definitely goblins.
I mean, my Krenko deck was relatively inexpensive. I don't know if anybody ever knew this.
Yes, we did. Krenko's actually known for that. Being, if you ever do need a cheap deck that you want to play against super competitive decks, normally you can pick up a good Krenko deck for like $30 and stomp face with it.
Yeah. As long as you make goblins that make goblins that make goblins, and then he makes goblins off the goblins that you made. You really don't need like.
Ooh, and now with Paradox Engine? Oh.
Oh. Ooh. That could be a thing. You are correct. I didn't even think about that. Shit, man. Now I need to remake Krenko.
As long as it's in paper so I don't have to deal with it.
Oh, no. I meant on Magic the Gathering Online.
Ugh. Why is everyone getting vigilance?
Right?
Why can't you all just tap when you attack?
Why can't you just tap like normal creatures? Oh god. What do I do? I need a way to get rid of this thing that's sapping my power. Which is a creature, correct? You didn't put out gravitational shift.
Nope, that's the Mind Cage. Super 7 mana enchantment.
Oh, it's a legendary enchantment. Okay, I remember seeing legendary.
So I'm about to do something silly.
Oh,
this can't be good.
Don't do it.
Glad I don't have my auto yields on.
Oh.
I said I was about to do something silly.
I don't think this is silly. I think this is deadly. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Danielle, remember to
Why
start using
not?
your Archdruid to tap for mana?
Yeah. Oops.
And your Soul
Even though
Ring,
I'm
which I
still
think
gonna
you've
have
been
like
using.
8 mana up. I hope you realize that.
No, I
It really
understand.
doesn't matter.
I understand how dumb your
Oh,
deck is
she
being
has
right
no
now.
cards in hand too.
I have no cards in hand either.
Danielle,
What?
why did you play that spell? You are in your second main phase.
Ooh.
Aww.
Yeah, I think you double clicked OK.
Aww.
Let's just think for a second, by the way, though, about the 7-10 double striking trampling commander that was happening right there.
Let's just
Aww.
play this as if she did attack.
I didn't see how much mana you put in, so I don't know what you did. Am
I cracked Blighted Fen,
Okay.
which I was planning on doing if she attacked me anyway.
Which I would have.
Yep.
That's fair.
I would have had no reason not to, in all fairness.
No,
Fog Bank would have blocked Karametra. Phenax would have blocked. Oh, this guy can't attack. Would have blocked Nelia. Hover Barrier would have blocked the Tower Archer, and then I would have milled you. Like this.
Fair enough. Still, so annoying.
Well, I'm
It's
sure.
still-
It still would have been a pretty cool attack.
Oh yeah, that's why I decided to play it as if she did. And explain where I would have blocked. I would have taken like 10 damage.
Oh, the guy.
Like, to let you know, Kevin, I have Gravity Shift in hand. I'm not playing it because then your creatures would have power.
Oh, yeah, because they would counteract each other because they would gain flying.
John, did you
Yep.
kill me yet? No.
I'm working on it.
Never mind.
It's close. His turn he can. Or the end of my
her
turn.
Yeah.
The end of my turn, you tap out. She dies to mill, then you untap.
Yeah. That
That's
still would be
steel wall.
really cool
Put
if I
him
would have been
work.
able to attack.
I mean, I would have enjoyed the attack.
Because it wasn't at you.
Yes. That helped. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Still want to note that First Blood is on the table. Not that we're tracking points for this game, but it's still on the table. Like, it's just funny that that's a thing.
I truly feel like I have earned it with the... I'm about to kill a person and First Blood's still on the table. That should say something.
No, that point would just go by the wayside. If I couldn't hit you once, or you couldn't get through me once, just kind of be like, no, nobody First Bloods.
If I can't have it, no one can have it, says the wall deck.
That's kind of like pretty much how you were about our creatures in the graveyard and whatnot.
That's fair. This exquisite blood, I'm definitely getting my miles out of it.
Oh my goodness. All the cards that don't matter.
This has to be one of my favorite cards in your deck, the 2-mana 2/2 Bear Knight.
Why is he a Bear Knight?
The 2-mana 2/2.
Oh.
So it's a bear, but it's a knight.
If he were green,
Bear Knight.
I would think that would be perfect.
Come on, Wizards, step up your game. Where are your Bear Knights?
Yeah, right. Beware. It's a flying 2/3 with first strike. And eventually vigilance.
I disagree. It's a flying negative 1/3.
Combat.
Come at me, brah.
With
Do I
my-
heal when you hit me?
Yeah, right? Do you owe me life for hitting me with your feathers? I'm sure there's a joke in there about all my flying creatures are on, probably winged creatures. So, feathers, yeah.
I know, I see it. I see some of your feathers. Actually, a lot of your creatures that fly are on like these weird pterodactyl things.
I'm sure some of them are griffins or hippogriffs or something like that.
The cat knight's on a wyvern, and yeah, your cat knights are riding what looks to be wyverns. Everybody else, there's a griffin. Your human rides a griffin. Got class. And the core knight rides whatever that is.
Cornite stuff.
Zendikar, who knows?
I don't really remember what the flying things were, like whether they were griffins or hippogriffs or something.
Well, it looks like a serpent.
I do not know then. I am confuzzled. Alright. Well. Just the hover barrier at Danielle and then the rest mills me, I guess?
That's the plan.
Yeah. What is that? 11 plus 4 is 15? Out of 64, so I'm going to go down to 39.
Sure, I haven't mathed this far.
I'm just trying to think about it out loud.
I'm just pretty sure I have to do this now because I'm not sure if it skips after this.
I think it
just all the way
does.
straight to the end step. So.
I mean, she's going to draw a card and die anyway, so it's not like you're leaving yourself open for anything.
Right, but I've already actually skipped one turn of milling way back when, and I'm sure the viewers will see it. It would just be a shame to skip another one.
Oh, trust me, I'm sure if anybody sees the video and we made a mistake, they'll tell us. Isn't that how these kind of videos go? Oh, you idiot, you could have attacked and won the game, but instead you held back. You fool.
That's how all the popular people say it is. Oh, look, I would have had the rest of the turn to react.
Alright, my math was off by 10. I'm at 49, not 39.
Behold, my trump card wall. The combo with my exquisite blood.
And TGO being slow? Team? What was it? Wall of
Souls.
Can attack as though it... Oh, you equipped the thing.
Yeah, that's actually really stupid, because then I can't tap to mill extra. Excuse me while I mute, while my cat seems to have a problem.
I think the people probably heard in the background my kids running around like nutcases. Alright, so since it doesn't matter, because I'm pretty sure it's all over but the crying at this point, if she could have attacked you, if Danny could have attacked you, Fogbank was going to wind up exiled, because I have Devouring Light before damage, so you would have taken the 14 commander damage. I don't think it would have really changed the way the game was going, because again, I can't really do much. I'm going to look after I eventually tap this mana. Thank you. Put out my golden cricket. See that? It can fly.
Yeah. He can fly.
He can talk.
It's a flying talking cricket.
That's right, fool. I'm a flying talking cricket. And I don't know what the rest of the quote was.
No, I don't think we can say anymore. We'll probably get stricken down for copyright. You were saying.
Yeah, I want to see what else you milled out to see. Fell the Mighty would have been very good for me, because I would have pretty much wiped your field. Oh, no, that's not true. You have a lot of -1s, too. I would have gotten nothing, actually, off, because Phenax wouldn't die. So, yeah, that would have helped with Danny, maybe. Frontier Siege, maybe a little bit. Thalia's Lancers would have been great. Because I could have gone and found some way to do something. I don't think I have like Reclamation Sage or anything in my collection yet. I'm probably going to need it. Font of Mythos would have been nice for drawing, because I am now one card in, and it is, as I said, Devouring Light. My Tree Folk, my favorite Tree Folk.
I would have been fine with Fount of Mythos, Zendikar's Resurgence, all that fun stuff, because you'd be doing my job for me.
Yeah. Condemn would have been interesting, because... Well, no, that's only if you attack or block with your...
Attacking creatures, yeah.
Seedborn Muse, not really necessary because I do have so much. Mirror Entity.
Oh gosh, that would have been possibly game winning.
And True Conviction. One right after the other. That was it. That could have actually turned the game around because you could only block, what, 1, 2 creatures? Only 2 of your creatures have flying?
Correct.
So yeah, you can only block 2. It wouldn't matter what they were, but then I would pump Mirror Entity up as much as I could, and then they would gain Double Strike and Lifelink. So even if I only had this amount of mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they would deal 14 each to you. Yeah, it probably would have been more impressive than this game was for me. I got a bigger field, but I didn't get to do anything with it.
So you remember when I said that I missed a turn of milling?
Yeah.
I can't mill you out on my turn by 2 cards. That was what... that's what gave you an extra turn.
No, I'm laughing at this. You're not rid of her yet, John.
That's fine. Get all of the lands out of your deck.
Yeah, right. Well, I saw a bunch of lands in there. Savala was in there. That would have helped. Soul Ring, just for, again, would have been nice. Sphere of Safety wouldn't have helped at all. Yeah, I don't really think Nixos would have been nice for land purposes. Rites of Flourishing, Blind Obedience would have helped a little bit. Because at least your walls would have come in tapped. That way you couldn't... Well, no, you couldn't mill anyway. But
are you kidding me?
What's up?
That's punt number 2. Yeah, don't mind me. I just didn't mill you at the end of your turn.
This is where I come back.
We obviously know who won, though.
No. It's not over until it's over, goddammit. I kept this recording on, and we're going through to the end. He's going to mill me down to 1 card, and I'm going to Alpha Strike him somehow. I think I have a restock. Come on, Mirror Entity. We can do this shit.
I think if I lose to my own punt like that, that'd be completely fair. At least now I get to show off this beautiful wall of kelp and its ability to make plant wall creatures. Because this is the ultimate wall lord.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm actually going to show everybody what you're talking about. There you go. Wall of Kelp. What is it normally? Because I see -4 or 3.
It is normally a 0/3, if I'm not mistaken.
And it pumps out little baby walls?
Little plant walls.
Yeah. That's actually funny.
Yeah.
Old school art is so different from...
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Don't attack me, bro.
I can.
Oh, this is disappointing.
Is it naturalized?
No. Come on. MTGO, please. Team? They've all got...
I'd say no blocks, but I gotta get this perfect game.
Yes.
No, not the 1 flyer.
I mean... Oh, wait, no, they're all flying. What am I doing?
Oh, that is right. I can't block with Wall of Souls. That's a shame. Oh.
Do you want to pay for... Go away, McAfee.
Oh, all of your creatures are indestructible. That's neat.
Karametra.
Yep. I think that's how you did the return game too, where you ended up just
Yeah.
raffle stomping.
Ugh. Come
Are
on.
you banishing lighting my fog bank?
Yes.
Alright.
I just want the 2 points of damage. I mean, it's that, and then now I don't have a hand.
Well, that and it doesn't have trample.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here, token. Why no, oh, none of my other creatures deal damage. Yep.
I'm gonna play whatever I draw, and then I'll pass turn.
Really?
Unless it kills me.
Shouldn't you just mill me out so I lose on my draw?
Yeah, but I still get my turn before your turn, so I'm gonna play whatever I draw, just to show the audience what I drew.
Oh, well, I was referring to saying you were going to pass turn. I was hoping you meant mill me and then pass turn for the win. So that I don't go through a turn.
Oh yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. I'm milling you out on your turn, taking my turn, drawing, playing Gravitational Shift so you can see what it does, and playing whatever other card I draw. And passing turn.
Yeah.
Phenax is a weird deck.
Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of like a mill version of Doran. What?
Yeah, that seems accurate.
I have Sultai colors.
And you do want to hit with your butt.
I do want big butts. I do like big butts, and I cannot lie.
I think I might be able to deny. I've seen when a girl walks in with an ABA waist.
Alright. Speaking of copyright problems, and also, you know, the problems I might have with my marriage after this. I'm wondering if Danny's, like, not on the call anymore.
No, I'm still here.
Are you just ignoring us because we're dumb?
Pretty much.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can't blame her. Yeah, so we have, as promised.
You accidentally skipped through your turn.
That'd be fine too.
Right,
That's Gravitational Shift.
Yep.
So we'll see how massive Kevin's field would have been and why I couldn't play this earlier. And then this is what I drew this time.
Okay. So what do you choose with this in this deck?
Depending on how it's going, this is in there mainly for if I'm going against a lot of like hard removal for my creatures, and I'd pick cons because there's not a lot of good walls. So making sure you have your best possible walls is always a deal.
Yeah.
But in like a game where I have a decent bit of walls and there's not a lot of removals, Dragons works just to make sure you have more opportunities to play your walls.
And not only that, but just the obvious sustainability. So you got to remember, my field doesn't get that much bigger because they cancel each other out a lot. So I have what? A 1-3, a 1-2, a 1-2, a 1-2, a 1-5, a 0-1, a 2-3, a 1-2. If the other thing wasn't there, these would all be increased by 2. So I'd have like a 3, 3, 2-1, 3-2.
Still got that
3-2.
flying 5/7 over there. I see that Karametra.
Okay, I didn't make my way all the way down. I was going left to right. But yeah, so Karametra would have been a 7-7. But I also just got Karametra out. So if you had played it, I might have gotten the first blood point, but I don't think I would have like turned the game around at all. The deck really wasn't. It was fun for theme, and it's fun to talk about and think about in theme-ish ways. But overall, it wasn't that strong. I don't think I had a lot of core ways of doing things, which redundant ways of doing things. I should say it that way. I didn't have a lot of artifact and enchantment removal, and really with green and white, I should have. But I didn't want to. I have like 30 knights in here. 30 knights, not counting my commander. So I have 31 knights. I went for a very much like legit tribal. Let's see what I would have drawn if I had a card. Oh, never mind. I can't even draw a card. You piece of shit. I can't even.
What you would have drawn was Knight of the Skyward Eye. That was the last milled card.
Okay, so yeah, that actually didn't really matter. So, all right, guys. So that was pretty much how the actual game went. You guys know our points. You guys know our point system. You guys know what we're doing for the next game when it comes out. You know everybody's commanders. We don't know what we're gonna do. We're not supposed to know. That is part of the point. We're gonna wrap this video up. Again, John's winning with 3. Dan and I are tied with 2. You can follow us on Twitter at all our different handles. I'm at DM_cross. John is at...
I will not support you.
Yep, which I believe is a League of Legends pun. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay. John being a pretty much a tried and true support player, so that's where that comes from. Danny is actually at danny.cross30. She's not as active on Twitter as... Actually, John, I don't think you're as active on Twitter either as much as I am. I'm on there a decent amount talking about Magic, wrestling, other nerd stuff that comes my way. But it is what it is. Of course, guys, we want you to like and comment on the video. It does help us out. And until next time, guys...
Subscribing works too.
Huh?
Subscribing works too.
Oh, yeah. It's been so long since I did an outro. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe on your way out. If you are subscribed, make sure you ring the bell on the way out, because that way you get notified of when a video gets actually uploaded. If you don't, there's a possibility that you could miss stuff, and you don't want to do that. Again, this video will be out next week. And until next time, guys, I think that's all we got for you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Danny, say bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching us. Me and Danny at least suck at this game, and John, dude, one of the most tilting things ever in all of Magic. Peace.